When they come for you.
All
right,
when it
y'all.
comes for you.
Y'all stand for you, Big One. Welcome. We got the sheriff in the building. Y'all, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but you know, I noticed one thing, though.
What's that?
When that song, when it breaks it down, it sounds like when Sheriff Brunson come for you. and it does sound like it said that, though. Just look at it, listen to it real close.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
does. It does.
It sounds like it just a little
Well,
bit.
you can put that in
Put
there.
that in there, yeah.
Yeah, right.
And it sounds right.
It sounds right.
funny.
Does
Sheriff
sound right.
Brunson come for you. That
When
what
he
it sound
comes
like,
for
though.
you.
That what it sound like that.
And guess what?
Huh?
He coming for you.
Oh, see, watch out now.
Hey, I'm glad we're not doing the challenge right now.
Yeah.
I feel so bad when I beat y'all. And then he actually be mad about losing.
Yeah.
So
No.
I feel so bad when I beat y'all.
No.
I
I be
just
mad
feel
about
bad.
y'all cheating is
Nah,
what it is.
Listen, I
Nah.
And that was a coincidence, man. I don't
Yeah.
know why that thing went. I think you did it yourself, though.
Yeah,
I think
he
you thought
did.
you were gonna lose that night.
He did, and he pulled the plug.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Macon
yeah,
County, how
right.
you doing? We ain't gonna even talk about that. Hey, Macon County, how we doing tonight? Here for another sheriff report. Hey, this the only Thursday at June 20th that this will happen.
That's right. It's the last
Y'all
day.
history buffs? Y'all keep up with your history, y'all
Juneteenth?
know?
Juneteenth?
Juneteenth.
Okay, so
Juneteenth.
Galveston, Texas, right?
That's right.
They were the last folks to ever be free from slavery. In fact,
right.
Galveston, Texas, yeah.
yeah. In fact, one of the generals from the Union Army had to come down there and tell them.
Right.
Yeah. So
Hey, man,
this is very
historical
profound.
day.
Yeah, it very much is.
Yeah,
It
historical
very
day.
much is.
But before we do that,
Okay.
100.7 FM WUBZ with DJ Booty Rush at Hear Me TV, Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, Channel 19 on campus with Pat Wallace, director, Kimberly Wright, and Jordan.
She on the project tonight, y'all.
Hey, she here tonight. And
That's
we got,
right.
We got CBTV in
In
the
the
house
building.
as always.
That's right.
That's
Taking
right.
care of business with here, Facebook Live, and everybody in our listening area here in Macon County.
That's right.
And beyond.
Beyond.
Yeah.
And beyond.
Hey,
But,
I gotta apologize to all the TV viewers that we don't have a sheriff's report on the air this week, and we'll be back in a full effect next week
Yes,
with another episode of the sheriff's report.
Hey,
so
we
we
definitely-
apologize for the communication thing that we had.
Right,
so,
right.
But we will be back next
Be
week.
back,
so
be back.
all the people on Channel 181 and Channel 19, just keep watching. We'll be
Keep
back.
watching.
We'll be back next week.
We're going to make it up to
We're
you.
gonna make it
We
up
gonna
to
make
you.
it up
We
big
gonna
time.
make it up
We
to you.
promise we will.
We're going to make
Got
it up
it.
to you.
Big
And
time.
you know, last week we came in and did a small show afterward.
Right.
But we were at a walkout on violence.
Yeah, stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
Yep.
And it was very, very,
Ooh-wee.
very important. It was powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely need to be there. We definitely didn't expect to be there as long as we were.
That's right.
But we did come down afterward and try to get the show in and try to catch our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
And we're definitely sorry about that. But it was just, we had to be there. It was
Yeah.
definitely important. But they actually did a great job. We had a big turnout. And I think we got a lot accomplished.
That's right.
People got to say what they need to say to law enforcement. And we had some things to say to the public, which was all positive and all
Right.
good. And thank you for everybody that came out. Thank you, Tiffany Cole,
Yeah.
for being one of the ones. Thank you, Angie Hamilton, for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dr. Brooks. Thank you to all the principals, that showed up.
Right.
Bree Sullen and,
Oh, yeah. She
Miss
recorded a lot of
Williams,
it.
were there. And just a lot of thank you to the students that showed
That's
up.
right.
And then all the law enforcement
Oh,
officers
man.
that showed up.
Yeah.
And, of course, Chief Frazier and, the city police, campus police, Shorter, Franklin.
Right.
Thank you, everybody. So,
Yeah, it was
just
kind of
good
a
job.
shame
Lot
that
of
we didn't
mayors
have
and
any cameras on it.
Yeah.
Chief Frazier said that he didn't realize it was going to be so powerful.
it was
He didn't even
powerful,
have a
man.
camera.
It was
That's
powerful.
definitely
So
powerful.
we apologize
That was
from the
some good
TV
footage.
station for not
We
having
needed
that.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it was going to be so powerful.
And definitely got some great comments from
man.
people. Great comments. But we go, excuse me. I got a little cold, man.
Okay.
I got a summer cold. So I've been fighting that all week. So if I
Okay.
call for sneeze or something, y'all, please excuse me.
I'll turn my
Try
head.
not-
I'll turn my head.
I will get a strawberry.
No, I'm not giving nobody no strawberry. I see you got your paper out.
Yeah,
you
I got
your
my
paper out,
I'm ready.
trying to get a strawberry. Y'all, look.
Yeah, we got to put a piece of
Look,
paper, man. Look at that.
See, you wrong for that.
We
You
gonna
wrong for that.
eat something after the show. He
We
just
gonna get
cutting
him.
up
Yeah,
right
we
now,
gonna
you
get some.
guys.
Yeah, he's just showing
Hey, I'm
out.
not sharing. They sweet too.
He's showing out.
Yes, sir.
They
buddy.
sweet too.
Yes.
Okay.
What we got?
What we got here? Between the dates of June 14th to June 20th, the Macon County Sheriff Department received 121 volunteer fire transmissions, 1,211 landline calls, 240 E911 calls, and 1,076 radio transmissions for a total of 2,648 contacts.
That's low. Wow. That's low.
Well,
that's
well
low.
for the summertime.
For the summer, that's really low.
But you know, we actually, the last few weeks, we've been right around 2,400.
Yeah.
So now we're at 2,648.
Yeah, but think about where we were last year. This
We're
time.
talking about
6,000. Yeah. So we're
five,
doing
six,
good.
7,000.
Oh yeah.
We're doing
Oh
good,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
And hopefully they can stay around there. We had a total of 17 complaints.
Okay.
On 614 U.S. Highway 80 East, we had a burglary and a theft. On 614 I-85 southbound rest area, information report only. On 614 U.S. Highway 80 East, information report only. On 6/15/2019, we had arrest for possession of drug paraphernalia. On 6/15, we had arrest for child support. On 6/15, we had arrest for burglary third. On 6/16, County Road 44, we had a stolen vehicle. On 6/16, Alabama Highway 81, we had theft of property third. On 6/16, County Road 24, we had domestic violence. On 6/16, County Road 22, we had an information report only. On 6/16, we had arrest for a failure to appear. On 6/16, we had a Blue Jay out on Blue Jay Circle, we had assault third. On 6/17, County Road 13, we had a criminal mischief. On 6/18, we had arrest for capital murder. On 6/19, we had arrest for a probation violation. On 6/19, U.S. Highway 29 South, we had a theft of property second. And on 6/20, we had arrest for a felony possession of a firearm.
Okay.
So, yeah. And, you know, when you get a felon has a firearm, usually that means he's going back to prison.
That's right.
You know, we do what they call ice them. So, you know, it's just a shame that you guys got to think better than what you're doing.
Right.
Definitely, we want to rehabilitate you and keep you out of trouble, but you can't have a firearm.
That's right.
Felons can't be in possession of a firearm. And so that's pretty bad, but for us to get somebody else off the street. So, been a kind of busy week for us.
Okay.
Answering calls and doing other things, especially like this fan drive.
Okay.
We've been out a few days on the fan drive and really got to thank Brenda Brown.
Brenda Brown.
Man,
Brenda Brown in the
big
building.
shout out to
Brenda.
Not only did Brenda bring us some fans, you know, from even her friends out in Texas, but she came out and stood with us at Rose's and over at the Dollar General. We got to get them around the block.
Give them around the block. Yes, there we go. Let's
over
go.
At Rose's, Brenda Brown.
Yeah, man.
Definitely all the people over at Rose's and the people that came up and donated money and donated fans over at Rose's and the people over at the Dollar General over there with Miss Banks that came over and donated fans and donated money, and that definitely Miss Banks donated fans from the store. Had a great time over there.
Man.
The Women's League came out. Miss Hines, my sister Miss Hines, Miss Walker, and Betty Broadnax. I know she was part of that.
Okay.
You know, from the Women's League, they came over and donated fans, and they said they'd donate more fans, and we have a total of almost 100 fans right now.
Hey,
you know,
we hit that goal.
Goal.
That's what you said.
Our goal was definitely 50 at first.
50 to 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're right at 100 right now.
Oh,
That's
man.
good.
And we had to stop because of the rain. And definitely those 2 days that we did, it was only about an hour and 15 minutes each day.
Wow.
And we definitely had some great people.
Macon County.
Man.
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
definitely for a great cause.
Right.
And we're definitely still collecting fans. We're going to do it on until next week.
Okay.
And try to have people, their fans, by the 4th of July.
Okay.
So that's the goal. We want to at least try to get more and more fans, as many as we can, so we can give them out.
Okay.
And we're not going to call the names of the people yet that gave them out, but everybody that donated, we had them write the names of the fans.
Okay.
Some people didn't want to be acknowledged. Some people came in and just gave money, which was really, really good. And we just went in the store and bought the fans.
Okay.
And we spent every dime that we had. But definitely we want to hit some businesses and some people that we know we hadn't targeted.
Right.
Excuse me. And a lot of people said they didn't know about the fan drive. And, man, the deputies that got out and helped, you know, I can't even name them all. I don't want to name them all because
you're going to forget somebody. Yeah, you're going to leave somebody out. I know.
Thank you to all the deputies that got out and helped and did something, and that was most of them with this fan drive.
Right.
And even if they didn't get out and help collect fans, most of them went and bought fans.
Right.
And brought to us, and that was almost the whole sheriff department so far, and everybody said they would do so.
Okay.
So
Hey,
that's a
you
blessing.
gave them a challenge,
That's
didn't
right.
Gave them a challenge.
That's
There you
right.
go.
And they have definitely stood up to meet the challenge.
Okay.
All right.
And we're definitely trying to do something for our elderly.
Right.
You know, we're going to be giving fans to the less fortunate, and we're going to try to determine people that don't have a fan.
That's right.
And please understand, if you're elderly and you do have fan and air conditioning, we're not targeting you right now. You know, we're trying to get,
Right.
so please don't ask yet until we can give out to people who don't have anything.
That's right.
And that's what we're trying to do, and we're trying to save a life with my SAP program, and this is definitely part of my SAP program, which is the Senior Assistant Assistant Program.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Senior Assistant Program.
Right.
And where we're going to be going out, taking blood pressure, checking on them, just giving them some companionship.
Oh, yeah.
You know, putting stickers on their refrigerator. So definitely if they have a medical emergency, the paramedics or whoever go in there, they can look on there and see they're part of the program and look up all the information
Right.
and just have it readily available for them.
Absolutely.
Which saves
Oh,
a
man,
lot
that's
of
good.
time,
That's good.
which
Yeah.
will probably hopefully save a life.
That's right.
You know, time is time's
Time's
of essence.
everything. That's right.
You know, when you have somebody not responding or somebody sick or something or not able to communicate.
Right.
So these are things that we hope to do with the SAP program.
Okay.
And one of the most important parts of the SAP program is just giving some companionship.
That's right, yeah.
Letting them know that we care and that
Absolutely.
we'll definitely be there for them.
That's right.
Putting our numbers up front and up hands so they can get them in case they do have emergency. And we definitely, hopefully, we don't miss anybody. We're going to start doing, and I know we can't get everybody, but we're going to try to.
That's right. Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, let me tell you, specific to the fan drive, I'm going to make an appeal to all of the people that are listening on the radio and are watching on television. If you know somebody that does not have air conditioning
Absolutely.
and
Right.
needs a fan
Absolutely.
because, you know, a lot of our elders, they're too proud. They're not going to ask.
Yeah, they're not
not
going
gonna
to
Okay, so, but you
Definitely
know
not
who they
gonna
are.
ask.
That's
The
right.
listeners and the viewers, you know
know.
who they are.
Right.
right.
So you can call the sheriff's department or you can call the radio station,
Right.
and you can let us know who needs these fans.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
you know how it is. Sometimes people just come out to get something free.
Right.
We're not doing it like that.
No,
we
no,
really
no.
want to get these into the hands of people that really
Really
need
really,
them.
That's
really.
right.
And
That's right.
and we're counting on the community to
To help
let
us
us
out.
know who these people are.
Right.
Because some of them might not listen to the radio, they
Right.
might not watch the show. So we're counting on you guys to identify these folks. And I know a
Right.
lot of the deputies that are going out,
Right,
they
right.
know a lot of these
That's
folks.
right. Oh, yeah, definitely.
They do.
Right,
So
right.
you know, just help us out,
Yeah.
community.
And
Please
we're
help us
gonna
out.
definitely
Come
compile
on,
a
Macon
list.
County,
We
we
gonna-
gotta do this.
We got to
Yeah.
do it.
Because we're gonna get a bunch of fans. I mean,
Right.
this is just the beginning.
It's just the
we're
beginning.
doing this throughout the summer.
That's
so
right.
help us out and help
right.
us identify the folks that really actually
That
need
need
it.
these
That's
fans.
right.
Yes, because you know, and there's some single parents. They got kids.
That's right.
That might need these too. So it's not just elderly, but people who are in real need.
In need.
Let us know. Okay.
Definitely. And you saying that, and you're definitely right, but we're definitely going to start with the elderly.
You got that
as
right.
part of the SAP
Right.
program and getting people involved in what we're doing.
Right.
You know, so please, everybody, if you're listening, you know about the fan drive, please come out and give a fan, give a donation or whatever you can. You know, I'm surprised we hadn't had any of the big money people yet donating anything, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
you're part
right.
of this community. Oh, no, I can't say that because when we went to the thing last week, Miss Harrington and some other people in there, Miss
Oh, yeah,
Marable,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
gave money when they heard me say it
That's
the
right,
first time.
that's
So
right.
they definitely
Got it.
got to
That's
give
good.
a thanks to Dr. Harrington
That's right.
for giving money, and Miss Marable, two Miss Marables,
Right.
and Miss Marable, Betty Marable, Rhonda Marable,
Okay.
and one more doctor.
Dr. Harrington.
Dr.
that.
said Dr.
Said
Harrington.
that.
Well, I hate to do that because I always
Yeah,
forget
because you
about
always
it.
gonna
Yeah.
mention
But just
somebody.
everybody.
That's-
Everybody,
All
all the
everybody,
guys, yes.
everybody
We thank
gave some
everybody.
money,
Yeah.
which we have the checks and we have the names on the fans. So we definitely going to acknowledge everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, when we get a chance. So please, if I didn't call your name, forgive me. But a lot of people gave that night just when I just announced it.
Right.
So that was a great thing to the community and the people out there.
Right.
But this is very important to everybody. And hopefully we can make sure everybody get what they deserve. And
Right.
everybody, if you don't have a fan, please,
Yeah, let
Right.
us
we're going
know.
to try to get you one, okay?
Yeah.
Another thing, we're going to get on with the show. And
Hold
then
on, wait a
we
minute.
can
Let's
shout
talk
out.
about this thing about the domestic violence because
Okay.
we hate that. We always say that we hate to have that in our community.
Right.
Right,
Okay, that's
right.
one of the worst things that we can experience. And it's one of the most dangerous things that an officer can experience.
That's right.
Now, you know, we have a show called Black Consciousness today that we shot, and we had one of the investigators from Tuskegee Police Department, and we were talking about the fact that he was saying that he had an experience at a domestic violence situation where he went to the scene and they attacked him.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
I had a similar incident.
That's right.
yeah. Now, you know, I'm gonna reference this incident that happened the other day. Her name was Tara O'Shaughnessy or something like that.
California?
In California.
Okay, yeah.
In Sacramento.
Sacramento, California.
And she responded to a domestic violence
Absolutely.
situation with some other officers.
Absolutely.
And she was assisting the woman with getting her possessions out of the house.
Yep.
And the suspect, the man she was with, had a high caliber rifle and started shooting at the officers and shot this young lady. She was 26 years old, fresh out of the academy.
Rookie.
Okay, she was a rookie,
Wow.
fresh out of the academy. Okay, and she got killed. She died at the hospital, and he continued to shoot at the other officers.
Right.
So when we talk about this issue with domestic violence, this is really serious.
That's right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so this is why we make a big deal about this. This is why we talk about this all the time,
Right.
because it is one of the most dangerous things that,
Well,
that an
it's the
officer
most
can go.
dangerous call
It
you can
really
go on.
is.
Yeah.
It really is.
And most of the time, when an officer gets killed or shot at, most of the times that's what it is.
Yep.
Domestic
That,
violence.
if you think back a month ago, that's what happened when the officers were killed and shot up in Lee County.
Okay, yeah.
That's
over
right.
in
That's right.
Auburn.
That's right.
You know, and it seems you hear more and
Yes.
more of that. You know, definitely you have to be careful when you go out on a domestic call. I had
Yeah.
a similar incident when I went out on a domestic call years ago, early in my career, and the wife called about the husband beating her, and by the time I got there, I guess they had made up.
Right.
You know, I don't know what happened. When I tried to arrest him, she came at me with a hammer.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
See.
Wow.
And that's crazy.
Right.
You know, but you definitely have to be careful. And fortunately, she didn't pull a gun on me. I
Okay.
didn't expect that.
Okay.
You know, but she turned on us real quick.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And that happened.
Yeah, it does.
So as an officer, you know, you really have to look at that. But we are definitely at a disadvantage because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, you're going to protect somebody, and the person that you're going to protect turns on
That's
you.
right.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that happens a lot. And then you don't know what state of mind the person is in that you're
Right.
going to get.
Right.
Right.
So it's always dangerous.
Or the person that you're going to help.
The person that you're
See,
going to get
because
Right.
in your situation, the person that you were going to help turned on you.
turned on me.
You see,
The
So
person they call could be the aggressor.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
right.
So that's why
Definitely.
we always point out these domestic violence situations
Dangerous, man.
as being very
Dangerous.
egregious.
Very,
we
very,
hate
very
that.
dangerous,
And
yeah.
we hate that for all of them.
Right.
Because you know, just domestic violence in itself is
Right.
bad.
Right.
Right.
You know, you shouldn't be beating on your loved ones. You
Right.
shouldn't be attacking the people that you say you love.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
So I mean, the best thing to do is just walk away from those
Just walk
situations.
away.
Just walk away. Just get in your car, go somewhere else. Just leave the situation.
Cool off time.
The whole thing of violence is that's just uncalled for.
Right, right.
You know,
Well,
you
you know,
put a lot of people in danger when you do that. Not just your loved one, but you put these officers in danger
Right.
too, and that's not good.
Well, you know, one thing that's good about what goes on with domestic violence is that now it's a mandatory, 24 hours in jail, cool off period.
Right, right.
And you definitely give them a chance to cool off and think about what's going on. So when we bring somebody in for domestic violence, they're going to stay at least 24
Wow.
hours.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a great thing.
And is that nationwide? I think, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure
I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I had a good friend who was in the airport with her husband, and her husband kicked her. And the people saw that. Now she didn't try to press charges or anything like that, but the officials saw it, and they made them take a separate plane home.
Wow.
And they put her in a hotel
Right.
and made him come 24 hours later.
Wow, that was good.
Now
That's
see,
definitely good.
but I'm just saying. I think that's nationwide.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if the same time is nationwide. I definitely don't know because laws are different
Right.
from state
Yeah,
to state.
right.
But I'm sure everybody has some type of cool off
Something,
time.
yeah.
And
Cool-off
if
period,
they don't,
that's right.
they need to have it.
They
You
need
got to
to.
have
There you
some
go.
type of cool off time.
Make
That's
somebody
it.
leave.
But that domestic violence is serious, and what we're going to talk about is serious too.
Okay.
And one thing we were going to talk about tonight are the officers in Philly
Okay.
that were suspended for their racial comments on
That's right.
Facebook and places like that.
That's right.
And I didn't know until tonight it was as many as it is, but now
Yep.
we're talking about the number has climbed to 328 active officers
Oh,
that have made negative comments about different races and
Don't get the
different
instigator
religions
started.
and different things, and that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that also tells you where their mind is.
Right.
Yep.
And what we were going to talk about is, Mr. Instigator, what you think about that? What definitely should happen to these officers?
Well,
and what? Okay, I know you want to go ahead.
No, he'll finna say something. And
no,
I
go
want you-
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
he-
ahead.
I didn't want you. I wanted to bring
Hey,
you
hey,
in before you start.
before he
talking.
start, I'm gonna give y'all a strawberry.
Yeah, let me-
maybe it'll cool him down. You can put one on your paper.
Put me
Thank
one
you,
on my
Jordan,
paper, man.
for the strawberries. I said one.
Hey, we give him one. We just got
Okay, y'all
They
get
get
two.
two.
Y'all
Okay.
get two.
Okay.
Y'all
I'll get this big one right here.
All right.
Okay.
So now y'all can eat a strawberry. Maybe it'll calm. Maybe it'll calm the instigator down before
Oh
we
no.
get started.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
we
Go
gonna
on.
it's time
Put me in the
we
mix.
gotta
Come on, let's
release
do it.
the instigator,
Yes.
y'all. Let's go.
Yo.
We don't
Okay.
release the instigator,
Check it
y'all.
out. I believe that is a good start. Okay? That needs to happen nationwide.
Right.
They need to do a purge because this is what I've been complaining about. Now you've heard me say this for a long time.
Right,
You're
right.
now,
That
you're
bias, the bias in the legal system is horrible.
Right,
and I
right.
have never had a bad experience here in Macon County, but I've had negative experiences in Lee County, Montgomery County, San Bernardino County, Hamilton County up in Cincinnati. All over the country, I've been racially profiled my whole life. And see what that is a good beginning.
Right.
And whatever the punishment is, I think it should be severe.
Right.
Because who suffers the most under that bias? Black folks. Okay? I'm going to say
right.
it just like that. Black folks suffer
Instigator
under
is
that
in
bias.
the building,
No, I'm
y'all.
serious. I'm serious.
Well,
But no, let me tell you something.
Let's say this though. More than blacks suffer from this because you talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
religion.
Yep.
You talk
Islamophobia.
about, there you
That's
go. You
right.
talk about, and it's nothing wrong with being gay.
People of
You know
color.
what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
They deserve to live their life the way they want to live their
right,
life.
right.
That's bad when people protest and say all these things against gays, against black people,
Right.
against religion,
Right.
things like that. Any kind of bias, man, is definitely wrong.
Right, right.
Everybody deserves, and some people can't help what they are.
No.
And it's just wrong.
Right,
No.
right.
But for a police officer who's supposed to be held to a higher standard,
right.
it's even worse.
There you go.
Because when you go out on a call and we already know you have this biased behavior, how can you help but be biased when you engage with people that you're biased against?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
I say it every week. Sometimes you have bad police officers.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
And those are bad behaviors by bad police officers.
Yep.
They're talking about getting them training and things like
Oh,
that.
no.
This is far beyond training to me.
The axe. They
this-
need the
right.
axe.
This is far beyond training
Guillotine.
to me. If you
No.
exhibit that kind of behavior, you think we're gonna rehabilitate a grown
No.
police officer right
Right,
now
right,
It ain't
right.
gonna
and
happen.
change his mind
It
because he
ain't
take a
gonna
class?
happen.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nope.
so.
Yeah. Nope.
One of the things I'm definitely against is a bad police officer.
Now let me point this out. A couple
Okay.
of years ago, I think this was in 2015 now. I think it was 2015 when Philando Castillo got killed. By the way, they have a new memorial to him
Oh, really?
in Minneapolis.
Right.
Yes, they do. But here's the thing. When we have that kind of bias
Right.
and that sort of thing happening nationwide, I have to point out that in 2015,
Right.
when he got killed, I
Right.
interviewed you on the air. Remember this?
Right.
And I asked you about it was Alton Sterling
Right,
and
right.
Philando Castillo.
No,
They
definitely.
got killed a couple of days within each other.
Right.
And when we were sitting in your office and you said this, I train my officers differently. I'm not tolerating any kind of racial bias
No.
or anything like that.
Right. No.
He said it's all about the training. This is what
Right.
the sheriff said, okay?
Right, right.
It's all about how you train your officers. Now, we've talked about this on the show previously before. We've said this.
Right,
Right.
But this is a perfect example. And that's why I say it's a good start. We need to purge Montgomery, Lee County, because, it's happening all the time.
It is.
And let me say this. Okay, who suffers the most? Black men. They are incarcerated and beat up and killed more at a higher number than anybody else. Now, that doesn't say that there are not other people that are getting that bad treatment, but we need training across the board. And you're right. I don't think that there's any rehabilitating these people, because when you have a culture that supports that is why we have the problems that we have.
Right.
This is what we've been screaming about for
Right.
years. This is
Right,
why
right.
we have Black Lives Matter.
Right, right.
Because this is happening too often. But here's the thing. The beautiful part about it is ever since 2007, when smart technology came online, and you got cell phones, everybody's got a cell phone with a camera on it.
Right.
Things started to change.
Right,
Okay,
right.
that changed the entire
It really did.
climate.
That's right.
Of how law enforcement deals with everybody. When the body cams came out, I loved it because see now they can't say it's my word against the officer's word.
Right,
you see, there's evidence now.
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing. So accountability. I've been saying this since the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Accountability has been key because I've been a victim of this for many, many years, ever since I was in college. So I applaud the fact that they are doing this, that they take these people off the streets. They need more than just training. They need to be removed.
Right.
And they need to bring in some officers that have
I
sensitivity.
Yep.
They need to have that before they get in there is the sensitivity training. They need to have the anti-bias training. They need to understand that.
Well,
because
you know what, though?
everybody's getting beat up.
But I think it's the severity of what they say. You know, it's going to be levels of what they say on Facebook or how did they express themselves on Facebook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that should go with the punishment that they have.
Right.
Some people, a class might help them. You know what I'm saying? All of them might not deserve to be fired.
That's right.
But if you're talking about some of the things that we hear, you know, and some of the language we hear behind them and what they're saying and some of the actions that they say they want to do for having these phobias or being biased toward these different groups, then yeah, some of them deserve to be fired.
Right.
But I don't think everybody deserves to be fired.
Right.
Each individual will probably be, you know, should be on his own with what happens
That's
to
right.
them.
Well,
you know, that
yeah.
these are cases they're going to have to go through
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
to determine what they're going to do with each individual.
Absolutely.
And I think that should be the punishment. You know, they should go to each
Find out what
individual
happened. Yeah.
and find out. And, you know, it should be levels of what they
Right.
said and their actions of what has been going on.
Who did what?
There you go.
Okay.
But I know we got to say hello to everybody on Facebook Live. What you got?
You have to think about too the department.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the white officer discriminates against the blacks,
Okay.
black officer
And that's happened.
Hispanics,
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's
there's
definitely-
been a lot of cases like that where
definitely.
where the white officers discriminate against the officers of color. That has happened.
Right, right.
That has happened.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
happening a lot lately. You know, I've heard some of the officers go to their locker and open their locker, and there's a noose in the locker and things like
Right,
that.
right.
You know, and you got the black people painted black all
Right.
over on the locker. Yeah, I mean that's crazy to treat fellow officers like that, but that's also crazy to treat anybody like that.
That's right.
Especially in this day and age.
That's right, man.
Especially in this day and age.
Well, I'm glad that it's coming out though, because
yeah.
you know we've been complaining about this for generations.
time. Yeah. Long
Okay,
time.
and there was never any evidence. Now that the evidence is coming out, now that these records are being unsealed and stuff, and people can see this, people are doing journalism on it. They're doing documentaries about this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at what happened with Nipsey Hussle and some of the others.
yeah.
You
Right,
see what I'm
right.
saying? I mean, so this information is out there.
Right.
Thank goodness for it, because law enforcement does need to be held accountable. You know, and that's another reason why I started this show, so
Right.
that we could get out there and put this information out to people, and we
Well-
can discuss these issues like this, so that we can see where we all stand. And now you can respond on CBTV. You can let us know how you feel, which might be time for the drop
Well,
in a minute here.
let me say this before you make the drop here. And I want to definitely make this point clear too now.
Yep.
If we got some black officers discriminating against the white officers, I feel the same way.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Vice
it can be
versa.
like that.
Right.
You know, and we don't want our black officers discriminating against the minority, you know, against and like in my department, you know, white officers are a minority.
That's right.
So it can be reversed too.
That's right.
And I definitely won't put up with that either.
That's right.
And it can be that way in certain instances with other departments. So definitely I'm not just saying it's always white on black or white on Hispanic or whatever.
Right.
Sometimes it's black on white.
That's right.
But whatever it is, we're not going to put up with it.
That's right.
And I feel the same way either way it goes.
Oh, right.
So definitely. I
Right
want
is
to say
right,
that
wrong is
before. Right
wrong.
is right, wrong is wrong.
That's right.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Hit that drop for us,
So we're
bro.
going to do the drop real quick, and we'll be right back
I'm gonna eat the
after
strawberry
these
while y'all-
messages.
You know
Hey, Tuskegee, make sure you watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus, hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this, man.
Yeah.
I'm finna,
All right, we're
Yeah.
back. We're back.
Hey. And I always just saying hey to everybody here, in the listening community. Hey, Macon County, everybody listeners here. So we're going to go on to Facebook Live and say hello to everybody here on Facebook Live. I think we stopped at Mary Alexander, who says, hello, Sheriff. Mary Alexander said, hey, Courtney, Lorenzo Thickpen. Hey,
Renee.
how you doing?
Renee.
And Mary says also, hello, DJ Booty Rush.
Hey, what's up?
And, man, I can't even talk about, how dependable Mary Davis is, man.
Okay.
That's my administrative assistant. She just does a great job, as does all the other people there in the office.
Right.
Miss Loretta Butch and everybody. So
Right.
I can't call everybody, so I'm going to stop there. Shamon Browning and his group. So I'm going to stop
the
right
whole
there.
crew.
Okay, and Rita Kennebrew says, hey, Sheriff and friends, how's everyone in Tuskegee?
Hey.
We're doing fine today. And, hey, Wynn Collins, thanks for joining us. Wynn, a great officer there. She does.
What's up,
I mean, you
Wynn?
see Wynn out riding everywhere.
Everywhere. When that pink car.
In the pink-
Hey, and the pink card is very important.
That's right.
That's
Cancer.
for cancer survivors.
Right.
There you
I
go.
got
And,
my pink.
yeah, there
My
you
pink,
go.
yeah,
There you
represent
go.
cancer.
Bobby Baker. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Great guy. Bobby's a great officer
Bobby.
there. Bobby says, hey, Sheriff. Arenzo Thickpen says, hey, Arenzo, we waiting on all that money to help us with this fan drive
That's
now.
right.
So send us a check or something, brother, help us with this fan drive. T. Brunson says, hey, T again, and hey, little Jeremy, how you doing?
Jeremy.
And Big Man said, hey, Paul, hey, man, how you doing? Doris McGowan is watching. Hey, Doris, how you doing? She's saying hello. Renzo Thickpen says, boom. And then Wynn says, hey to everyone. Patrick Wallace joined us. Of course, the instigator going to join us.
Oh, yeah.
Albert says, okay, you can read that. You see that?
Say what?
Okay. That's French. I don't know.
Yes,
We
he's
gonna go
speaking French
past
on
that.
it.
Doris McGowan says, always good to see you all, and thank you. Jalen, how you doing, nephew? You doing all right? My cousin, Jackie Worth, tweet, how you doing, baby? You doing good over there in Georgia? Tell everybody I said hello. Hey, my brother Frank Sullivan, how you doing, Frank? John, how you doing, John? You doing all right? My brother John Sullivan is watching. Tell everybody over there hello. Tell your wife hello, John, my friend. Pamela Sparks, hey, Pamela, how you doing? Bobby Baker's watching. Pam, hey, and I go back to Pam and just say, give her a double hello.
What's up, Pam?
Great person out there, Pam. I know you're
Pam
working hard. I
Sparks.
appreciate everything, Pam. Jacqueline Wirtz says, hello, family. That's tweet again. Tammy Reeves is watching. Hey, Tammy, how you doing, my friend up there? John says, hey, my brother, the best sheriff in the world. I appreciate that, my brother. Thanks for all your support and your family support and what you do, my brother. Appreciate everything. Philandra Ezel says, good evening, family. Thank you. How you doing,
What's up,
Philandra?
Drill?
Drill, you'll see her at Walmart working hard all the time. Never complaining, always at work.
That's right.
Never complaining. Mike Provo, my brother, how you doing, Mike?
Mike.
Know you're tired, Mike, after a long day working and a good workout. Mike is a great investigator and great at everything he does at the sheriff department. Appreciate everything. Tammy Reed says, hey, y'all. Hey, Tammy, how you doing?
Tim Reed.
Mike says, hey, family, to everyone. Monique Baker, hey, Monique Baker, how you doing? She says, hey, family. Apple Bull says, since I did BA singing alone tonight, the Bad Boys Harmony Challenge Trophy was mine. Oh. Hey,
Al B.
we gonna have to
Al
bring
B.
you. We gonna bring you on this season.
Okay,
We
see.
gonna have to bring the challenge here.
Because look, I'll roast Albie right now. I'll roast him.
I know that's right. John DeBose is watching. How you doing, John? How you doing, my brother? Taking care of business out there. Motivated Sanders is watching. How you doing, Motivated Sanders? Tiffany, how you doing? And thank you, Tiffany Williams, for everything you do over at the school. And I know you heard, Tiffany, I got the DARE program starting at your school with the 5th graders.
At TPS,
so we'll
ain't
be
it?
talking about that, and hopefully, we can do great things for you over there, which you already doing a great job over at Tuskegee Public.
That's right.
Jackie
TPS.
Dennis Baldwin, hey family, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Mary Davis is watching. Cynthia Harris, hey Cynthia Harris, how you doing? Appreciate you joining us. Jackie says hello, good evening everyone. Romus Dumas is watching. How you doing, Dumas?
Romans do.
James Cole, hey my brother, how you doing, James Cole? My brother Chan Secrets, how you doing, Chan out there? I know you're busy, Chan. It's hay time, so I know you're cutting hay and taking care of those cows out there. Yeah, it's hay time.
Hay
time.
He out there cutting hay and taking care of those cows. He always puts some interesting pictures on Facebook
Okay.
with all his cows and stuff,
Yeah.
man. So that's a great thing.
That's bread. That's money.
Karen LaCour Lackings. Hey, Karen LaCour, how you doing? We support
Karen
all the
LaCour.
way from North Carolina.
All
Hey, I
right.
appreciate. Oh, New Orleans.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
okay.
New Orleans. I didn't see that. New
No.
Orleans. Hey.
Okay.
How you doing? We appreciate that out in New Orleans.
Down
and
in the
y'all
bayou.
got the big pick today with Zion Williams.
Okay.
Zion. So they going crazy out there right now.
Okay.
First pick in the NBA draft.
Okay, that's
Oh,
tonight,
wow,
right?
okay.
Yeah, that's the night they had
okay.
it start at 7 o'clock. Robin Martis, how you doing, Ms. Martis? How you doing out
What's
there in the
up?
country? New
Oh,
home out there. I
yeah,
know you
yeah.
enjoying the country. Tell my brother I said hello. Darren LaCour, my big sis is supporting from New Orleans. Hey, that's your sister out there. Okay. So that's LaCour's sister. All right, great job. LaCour, my roommate in the academy, always supporting. Appreciate everything, my brother. And great K9 officer, too.
Oh,
Got you
yeah.
in trouble all the time.
handles
Yeah, he
it,
always kept me in trouble.
Yeah, he handles that dog though.
Yeah, he does.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sir.
Miriam Ellaby, hello. Hey, how you doing,
That's my
Ellaby?
neighbor.
You
What's
doing
up,
all
Miss
right?
Ellaby?
Thanks for joining us, Jan Fontaine. How you doing? Thanks for joining us, my sister. Appreciate everything. Kunta Howard, hey, Kunta, how you doing?
Kunta,
Thanks for
what's
joining.
up?
Krista Johnson, hey, Krista Johnson. Hey, my old friend Krista Johnson, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Fi Brown, how you doing? Doing all right, and he's always on Facebook, always supporting everybody. Great family man and doing what he do. Appreciate that, Fi Brown. She said, hello, Mr. Bronson and the crew. Ella Cow said, hey,
What's up?
everyone, how's it going? And thank you, Ella Cow, for joining us.
Ella Miller.
Ella, and she said, hey, Courtney, how you doing? Hey, my fellow sheriff out there, Kenneth Ellis. Hey, Kenneth Ellis, my fellow sheriff in the state here. You're doing a great job up there. Continue what you're doing, brother. Look forward to seeing you at the meeting soon. And tell your wife I said hello, my brother. Thank you. Great sheriff in the state of Alabama, Kenneth Ellis.
Okay.
Albert Boer said, how's this, sir? Instigator for a progressive, across-the-board, non-profit, non-systematic keeping out of penal institutions beginning for a new way in the country should be, for your information, our officers up yonder way could pass for a full assembly of the United Nations.
Uh-oh.
And
Watch out now. Watch out.
so I appreciate that. And he got a site here to go to, and
Okay.
everybody on Facebook Live can see that site to go to. Ashley Jones is watching. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. Larry Matthews. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate it you joining us. And Melanie Walker. Hey, Sheriff Brunson, how you doing, Melanie? How you doing? You doing all right? So everything is great. Everything is good. So let's get on with our show here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say hey to Melanie again. How you doing, Melanie? So let's get on with our show and let's finish what we were talking about. And before we go to the other thing, and I want to mention just another thing that happened this week. And I know people have seen this, and I just thought it was just the worst thing in the world. And I'm not a black-white guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not prejudiced at all. And if this had happened to anybody, I would be the same way. But this young couple went in a store. The 4-year-old daughter walked out with a doll. Did y'all see that?
I heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
I heard about
Man,
that, yeah.
I watched somebody put it on Facebook when the officers arrived, how they treated this couple.
Okay.
When I tell you the cursing, the man, they just handled them so wrong.
I saw that.
Physically,
Right.
handled them so wrong.
Right.
Guns pointed at this young couple and their little kids. They grabbed this man and, I mean, they just demoralized this young man. I mean, it was terrible.
Right.
And the young lady said she feared for her life. And I can see that guns pointing at her. She's saying, I'm holding my child. They're telling her to put the child down. And, you know, it was just unbelievable.
Right.
And if you hadn't seen that, you need to see that.
Okay.
And again, I tell you, I'm not on this black-white thing, but that was just wrong. If that had happened to anybody, that is definitely wrong.
Yep.
And all you listeners, if you hadn't seen that, please watch that and tell me what you're thinking. We need to talk about that next week. It was just definitely wrong.
Yep.
But this couple has filed a $10 million lawsuit against the
I
city.
hope they get it too.
And those officers.
I hope they get it.
And, you know, I'm an officer. I'm definitely with the blue. You know, I'm definitely with the blue line.
Right.
But when you do something like that, you got to be held accountable.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to be conscious of what
think
we're
about
doing.
this. Think about this. How that ties in to the beginning of our show and what we were talking about with these officers that getting punished for racial bias.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Right.
That is a perfect example.
Yeah. That's a perfect example. But this just took it to a new level. Okay.
Well, no, you know what we're going to do? As soon as the show is over on Hear Me TV, we're going to have a segment with Ms. Roberta Crenshaw, and she's got a guest.
Yes,
and
yes,
we're
yeah.
going to have her in here for a segment to just speak specifically about domestic violence and some of these things that are going on, because we've had some incidents in the last few weeks.
Right.
We've had some of those on the sheet. So we invited her in a few weeks ago,
Okay, yeah.
and it's time for her.
Right,
and
right,
we're going to
right.
have a whole segment just for her.
Right.
As soon as the sheriff report is over,
Okay.
stay tuned, and we're going to have another segment. She's going to be right on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So let me finish this Facebook
Yes.
Live here. And Angel Fitzpatrick is watching. Want to say hey to Angel. And appreciate you joining us, Angel. How you doing out there? Hadn't seen you in a while, but thanks for joining us. Arenza Thickpen Jr. says Sheriff Brunson, he wants to shout out to Miguel Cowan, the Cowans. So we're going to give you a shout out, Miguel Cowan. That's from Arenza Thickpen. And thank you, Arenza Thickpen.
Yeah.
Rennie.
All right. Hey, listen, we got 5 minutes left. And
5 minutes left.
So I got to say this, though, man. I got to make this point. You know, it's really profound that we started out the show talking about the racial bias.
Right.
And then we're ending the show talking about one of the most egregious examples of that racial bias on video.
Right.
And like I was saying before, now that people have cell phones that they can get this evidence,
Very important.
think about what that means, because that's been going on for generations in our community. And I know you say it's not a black-white thing, but it's a black-white thing for me. Okay, I'm dead serious, because this has been going on too long. And if they didn't know, if there were no cell phone cameras and surveillance, if the officers thought that young man could have been dead.
Yeah.
But they knew that they
true.
were. Everybody knows that they're
true.
Yeah, I'm
True.
serious. I mean,
True.
everybody knows that there's a potential for you to be on cell phone video. So let's think about that for a minute. And all of the officers need to be put on notice. I don't worry about the ones here in Macon County. I really don't, because I've seen example after example of really good, respectful courtesy for the community. I've seen that.
Right.
All right. Myself, I've never had an incident myself. But like I said, we need a purge. We need to find out how to identify those officers, like we said in the beginning of the show. We need to identify them around the country, because they need to be rooted out. And like you said, some of them don't need to be fired. Some of them might need a little additional training.
Right.
But some of them that are very egregious, they need to go.
That's right.
Okay, there needs to be a country nationwide effort to do this. This needs to happen.
Right.
Okay?
Well,
It
there's
does.
no room. There's no room.
No room.
for an officer who hurts the community, people in the community that's unwarranted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I go and I keep saying it. You have bad officers sometimes, and those are the ones you have to weed out.
Right.
You know,
That's
you
right.
have bad doctors. You have bad firemen.
That's right.
You know, it's just the people and the person.
That's right.
It's not the job.
That's right.
And you can't mix the two up.
That's
You're going
right.
to have bad police officers. You're going to have that bad doctors. You're going to have bad lawyers. You're going to have bad every profession.
Right.
Yep.
But we have to weed all of those out.
But look,
Right.
And
here's
that's
the
what we have
thing,
to
though.
do.
Right.
Here's the thing. Doctors, lawyers, and these people aren't carrying guns
Right.
with fatal, lethal
Yeah.
Well,
threat.
yeah.
some
Okay?
of them
So-
are.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, yeah, no, a lot of them are. A lot of them are.
Some of them are.
But what I'm saying is, every officer that carries a gun carries a lethal threat.
Right.
And
I
that,
definitely know what
that,
you're saying.
that young couple,
Yeah.
that young couple should never have been made to feel like that
Right.
over something so trivial like that.
That's right.
In fact, a lot of these retailers, they have a policy. You know,
Right.
we lose 10% of the stuff. It's a little kid. They
Right.
see it, whatever. That should never have happened.
Right.
Ever.
Well, look, I know that the show should be, we're winding it down.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my shout outs now. I know the time is up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I see how Jordan's sitting over there looking at us. So I know the time
She
is
giving
up.
us the look.
So I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in Macon County. Give a shout out to my family, my wife for always being here. And just everybody in Macon County and everybody in the listening area, everybody on Facebook Live.
There you
Shout
go.
out to everybody.
There you go. I'm going to give my shout out. First of all, I want to thank Joe Turnham and Bernard Mathis for supporting the show.
Right, all the time.
And I got to give a special shout out to a Tuskegee police officer that I met today who was on our other show, Black Consciousness Today. Shout out to B.J. McCullen. He's a great guy. It's a new investigator that they have over there.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
great. He's great. Got to give a shout out to my crew. We got CBTV in the house. We got Jordan. I thought I saw Kim Motor City, maybe
in the
somewhere
back.
around
She's
here.
in the back.
And I want to give a shout out to my mom and her roommate, Pawa Lynn. Y'all don't know her.
Lynn.
And my son, Izzy Rez, and my good friend, Sister Good Shoes. Those are my shout outs.
Okay, I want to give my shout out to my wife and kids. Love you guys. I had an awesome Father's Day, man. You guys took care of me all Father's Day long. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I love the gifts. I love the money. I love the cars. I got a fresh, I can't tell you my gift. But you're going to see me with it on, though. But thank y'all. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the guys right here at this station, 100.7 WBZ, Sylvester McPherson, the communicator, the co-pilot, Andre Fields, and myself, the connector. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Teague, my
Hey, Miss Teague.
Yeah, Miss Teague. Big shouts out to her. She called me.
Shout out to Miss Teague.
She said, "Bro, I got your Father's Day gift, and I
Great
appreciate
person.
it." Yeah, man.
Great lady.
Yeah, man. She raised me from a little bitty.
Go way back. Miss Teague is a great
man.
woman.
Big shouts out to Miss Teague, and I'm still eating on it right now. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Also, big shouts out to my neighbor, Miss Dorothy Ingram. She made me a big plate. All of us, my whole family, a big plate last week, man, and it was delicious. Thank you very much. Also, want to give a big shout out to my man Keith and Michael Donner. Big shouts out to you guys, man. They came over and helped me out, man. We did a lot of work. So thank you. Big shouts out to the whole crew right here.
Yep.
That's been our time.
Hey, I
people.
got one special
but
shout out.
We got to close it out.
Hold on, let me
with
tell you.
a few people on Facebook Live.
One that we got to give a special shout out to, I think we would all agree, for the fan drive, Brenda Brown. Shout out to Brenda Brown.
Brenda Brown.
Yo.
Yeah, I got to give Brenda a shout out.
Big
shout
And,
out to
I
Brenda
think
Brown.
I did that a little earlier, but I didn't shout
Yeah,
out.
you did.
But,
But hey,
we definitely got to say,
definitely
give a shout out to Brenda. And, she was a big help with this
That's
fan
right,
drive.
that's right.
And we're going to be looking for next week to close the fan drive out.
That's it.
But to close Facebook out, we got Angela Brown Floyd is watching. How you doing, Angela Brown Floyd? Marjorie Watson, how you doing up there? Appreciate you joining us, Major Watson. Albert Clarence Bull says, Jim Morrison almost sang it correct. Y'all, as I recollect, the Pacific Northwest, the best. Have an awesome evening, ladies and gentlemen.
LB.
Keith and Dewana Butler, hey, nephew and niece, how y'all doing over there? Thank you for joining us. Win Collins say, rest well, Sheriff, great job. Thank you, Win. Country Kane is watching. How you doing, Country Kane? And Monique, my great dispatch over there.
Monique,
says good night and be safe.
Right.
Great lady over there takes care of us over
That's
there.
right.
Sabrina Turk. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? I know you're keeping it straight up there. Hey, keep your brother straight up there.
Right.
That's my buddy there.
Okay.
Make sure you tell him I said hello.
Okay.
And appreciate y'all up there, Sabrina Turk. Country Kane says, Sheriff, good guy. Thank you, brother. And I know that's our time.
And we out.
That's been our time, y'all. We getting up out of here. That's going to be June the 20th. This is the last day of the spring. So tomorrow is going to be summer on the 21st. And y'all stay cool out there. It's going to be over 105 degrees this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really hot and warm, you guys.
wow.
So y'all stay cool, stay hydrated.
You got to stay hydrated.
Thumbs up Thursday. Make sure you guys share this video, like this video, share this video, like this video. We up out here. See y'all next go round.
Yo.